Always has to be some dude in my comments going, septum ring theory.
What's the one thing that every person with a septum piercing has in common? The septum theory is going viral on social media as a way of describing the characteristics that those with septum rings allegedly share.
I look better with a septum than without one. I got a big schnoz. Look at this. Look at this. I take it out.
Now, the term is being used to unfairly dismiss the opinions of anyone who dares to post online with a septum ring, and pierced TikTokers are speaking out against it.
Let's get the obvious thing out of the way. I don't care who you are. If you put any time or energy into judging other people's body modifications and art, let alone taking the time out of your day to tell them you don't like what they've done with their own body, you're probably not a very pleasant person.
So, what is the septum theory? It was first popularized by writer and men's rights activist Terrain Walker.
You can be sure that whenever you hear a crack brain theory, it's usually being said by somebody with a septum ring. You think I'm exaggerating? Take a look. Septum ring. Septum ring.
Pro-black men are...
Septum ring.
Terrain posted a video in which he explains the theory about people with septum piercings, claiming that they're usually radical feminists who, in his opinion, share outlandish, misandrist, and anti-male talking points. The idea that you can tell a man-hating feminist by their septum piercings spread throughout the 2020s, appearing in memes and posts on Reddit, TikTok, X, and more, becoming a way to dismiss someone's opinions based on their appearance. The theory started gaining significant traction in March 2025 when YouTuber The Dadvocate posted a video critiquing TikToker human embodiment of a Twigs videos.
I keep running into the same issues every single time I date a man, and I've been trying to really get to the root of what it is. And now I know what you're thinking.
In her videos, she talks about her dating troubles. She claims men keep expressing that they've fallen in love with her, then dump her. Commenters under the video repeatedly claimed that the septum theory was behind her dating issues, implying that the ring had something to do with men always dumping her, and implying that a negative attitude towards men might drive them away. In an effort to investigate the claim, the Dadvocate pulls up some studies linking self-esteem issues, social aggression, extroversion, and perceptions of promiscuity to people with tattoos and piercings, implying that people with septum piercings might attract people looking for one-night stands more than serious partners, and that people with the piercings might be more impulsive and outspoken. She also pulls up a study linking people with high numbers of body modifications to borderline personality disorder. Ultimately, the Dadvocate concludes that there might be some truth to the septum theory, but also admits that it's largely used as an insult online to shut people with septum piercings up, reminding viewers that it's too broad to assume everyone with a septum ring hates men. Understandably, the septum theory has caused a lot of debates online. Some people argue that the theory is unfairly applied to women more than it is to men. Others have added to the definition in some effort to broaden it, with a lot of TikTokers believing that the theory is about how people with septum rings make their trauma their entire personality, divorcing it from feminism entirely. Now people with septum piercings are banding together to denounce or embrace the idea of the theory and tell those who believe in it to touch grass, proudly showing off their nose ring.
I'm gonna say this is kind of like a informational documentary. I was confused about it because I kept seeing it. I never really judged people based off the septum ring thing. I didn't know that a black man had came up with that. That's pretty interesting. And I was really trying to find out what it was. And as I kept looking into it, I came across this video. Shout out to this TikTok creator for breaking it down. And I think it's true. Not 100% true, but I started to look at some other commentary. And I want you to look at this one TikToker that I watch. He has a big following on TikTok. He has a big following on even YouTube because he's a financial coach. And I was confused at why he popped up in this septum ring theory search, because I'm like, this dude talks about people and their finances. You probably seen him. He's like, oh, your money's not right. What are you doing with yourself? So I said, okay, let me see what he has to say about this. And it was interesting.
Single person with a septum piercing are the same crazy bitch online that cancel everyone and go crazy and are weird.
Why do you like to make fun of my septum piercing?
Zoom in on that. That's why.
Hey.
Okay.
Every single person with a septum piercing are the same.
And he does that to every host, every guest that he has on the show, because he's talking about the finances and money. He calls them out. But I was confused how he had it. And I'm like, okay, it's just one. He had another one. And the comments are like, the septum ring theory remains undefeated. So I'm like, what have your interactions been with people who have septum rings? Do you have one? Do you have the characteristics of any of these individuals? Like, so let's check out this.
We don't listen to people that look like you anymore. You've lost all the power.
Is it a woman thing?
No, SJW thing.
So you're sexist.
I said SJW. Is that women?
Well, I mean, you like to
Justice
talk
warrior?
over women all the time.
You're literally gonna marry a person.
You can't say that.
Yes, I can. Go. So
You can't say that.
I can. Again, we don't listen to people like you anymore.
Is that just because of the piercing and the color?
The color.
What's the prejudice against that?
Well, you look like a freak.
You're not even good looking.
Says the cow.
Moo.
Oh,
I don't give a. I think it's cute. I can take it out whenever I want.
okay. Well, damn, he didn't have to call her a cow, but he definitely goes off. If you've seen his content, he's a straight shooter. Wow. And then he said, we don't listen to people who look like you anymore. And I'm like, whoa. And the dude, her boyfriend is there, because I guess they were going over their finances or whatever. Her boyfriend didn't even say anything. What would you do in that situation? I mean, even me, I'd be like, hold on, player, chill. I'm not gonna be disrespecting my lady in front of me. Like, her boyfriend said nothing at all. And so I was like, well, damn.
So I keep having these weird men in my comments posting some damn septum ring theory. So I had to go look it up and see, like, what the fuck is they even talking about? So I went online and found this. This man says, men, pay attention. If a woman has a septum ring, they usually assign that she's non-traditional, highly opinionated, unwilling to submit, and likely carrying unresolved trauma. These women tend to resist male leadership and boundaries. Smart men recognize this early and stay away. Consider it a warning label. This is a response to men. The septum ring theory is correct. You are right. If you see a woman with a septum ring, don't walk but run in the opposite direction. Get the hell away from her. So I keep having these.
Case closed. The case is closed. The case is closed. I mean, he really put up what it's supposed to be. She made a response. I don't know if she was joking. I don't know if this is satire because she has one. Maybe I missed the joke, but she said to run away. And I'm going to get to my point at the end. I got one more, and this is what sealed it for me. This next video, I was like, okay, this is a thing. And it's not a woman.
Did you end up completing high school?
High school completed me.
What does that mean?
High school completed me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too deep about it, but
What is there to go too deep about? Do you have a high school diploma? Is a simple question. But this young man right here, I know he's a rapper. I never heard any of his songs. That's not an answer. High school completed me. Got it.
That's what it means. Were you able to get a diploma?
A diploma wasn't able to get me.
When I seen this last one, y'all, I said yeah. I said yeah. I was on the fence. I didn't really know how to go with it. Like I said, I've encountered women with septum rings. They've been nice. I mean, I hadn't gotten to any arguments with any woman with septum rings, but I guess apparently this is a thing. And once I seen him, and they asked this man, did he finish high school? And high school didn't finish him. I say yeah. I said, yo, this kid is crazy. But the point is, in connection with traveling, I had to think. And being in Korea, being in Germany, being in Africa, I said, have I met? If I'm looking at the profiles, if I'm swiping on the profiles, did I run into a woman with a septum ring on or in her nose? And I didn't think I did. I'm telling you, I matched with plenty of women overseas. I don't remember seeing that. And so, yes, continue to travel. Continue to change your reality, right? Because if you live in America, this is a reality for you. You're going to run into this. And then people have the right to do whatever they want to do. But if you don't think you're going to change your outcomes, you can't change your outcomes in the same place, in the same spot. You got to change your mind, and you got to get on a plane, and you got to go somewhere else and see a different culture. Now, I could be wrong. People in the comments could be like, yo, I seen plenty of women with septum rings when I was in Brazil, DR, all these, whatever these places are. I've never been to any of these places, so I can't speak on those countries. I can only speak on the countries that I've been to, and I've matched with women and I've dated there. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Get them passports. Get out of here. Get up out of here. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you've encountered or dating someone with a septum ring and say, bro, this is completely false. And that's your experience. And I'm not going to take away from that. I can't say that that's not true. But I just wanted to look into this and do a little mini documentary on septum ring theory. But I appreciate it. Peace.